You know, I'd say that I'm a pretty big Weeknd fan, not the biggest Weeknd fan, but there was a time period in like 2020 where I was only listening to The Weeknd, 2021 where I was only listening to The Weeknd, and 2022 where I was only listening to The Weeknd. So I think I have the knowledge enough to do this tier list. So welcome to my Weeknd tier list. Now, yes, I have listened to his whole discography. I have a few of his albums on vinyl. I have a few of his albums on CD. I have some merch. I have some shirts. I have some hats. This was my prom outfit. I wore this to prom, and look at my hat. That hat, I swear, it's my favorite hat. This tier list does not include the Idol. If it did include the Idol soundtrack, it would immediately go F tier. Even the Weeknd songs are not good. Everything Idol related with the Weeknd needs to go in F tier. The show was fucking ass. The songs were ass, and it was just an all in all unenjoyable experience to me. So with that, let's get into the tier list. Now, obviously, if you know Weeknd lore, the first record is House of Balloons. So I'm going to separate Trilogy because I think you'd see it better that way. I do own House of Balloons on vinyl. It is one of my favorite vinyls. It is so cool, and it's like one of the nicest quality vinyls that I own. Bought it on the 10-year anniversary collection, and I also bought the hat on the 10-year anniversary collection. House of Balloons, the start of the Weeknd, 2011, is insane. Best records by the Weeknd. Not his best in my personal opinion, but insanely good. He kind of like transformed the R&B genre with this record, that there were like people that just started making Weeknd songs for their own albums, which was impressive enough that he's a debut artist from this record, and that happens. It just shows the signs of like an incredible artist. So yes, my House of Balloons rating is going into S tier. I know Bluz is gonna be confused, and I'd say it's not his best, but it low-key is his best, let's be real. It's his best past work, not his best modern work. Favorite songs on this record are, well, one of my favorite Weeknd songs is The Party and the After Party, The Morning is so good, and The Knowing. These songs, insane. The whole record's insane. I gotta listen to it again. I haven't listened to it in a while. Continuing on with Trilogy, we got Thursday. Now, I own a hat and I own a shirt, and people always question me when I wear this shirt, and I'm like, it has like a young anime girl on it, and it looks like some lolly No, it's a fucking co-design from a designer and the Weeknd. I wear it in some videos too. Thursday is the worst of the three in Trilogy. Personally, it's not that good to me. I actually think, oh my god, hold on, let me show you this. I have this. This is the Trilogy CDs. These are the Trilogy CDs. But yeah, I think this is the worst of the three. I don't really know a lot of lore about this record. It's not bad, not good. My favorite songs on it probably gotta be Birds Part 1. That's probably my favorite song. Zone. Actually, you know what I really like on that album? I like Gone. Gone is a super smooth song, except it's like 6 minutes, and then there's just like a part that like is like that's the best part of the song, low-key. Yeah, I'm putting it in a B tier. Don't really got anything to say about that anymore. Third, and finishing off Trilogy, we have Echoes of Silence. Echoes of Silence is pretty damn good. I think if House of Balloons is the best and Thursday's the worst, then Echoes fits like right in the middle, and that's where I'm actually going to put it on the tier list. A tier. I think this record it's nice to listen to when you like walk around. I feel like House of Balloons you have to like sit and like take everything in, or go on like a late night drive, but I feel like Echoes is good for walking around. I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, A tier sounds right to me. My top 3 songs, The Fall, Montreal, and EXO the Host. I'd say that's valid. Next up, we got Kissland. Kissland is the Weeknd's first album. I really like the whole promo for this album. I like all the art for this album. It's like Japanese billboards with like lesbians. It's fire. I actually really like the Kissland cover. I don't usually like covers that have text on it like that. It's super nice. I feel like Kissland is overhated, but I also don't feel like it's his best work at all. Some unnecessary ass hatred for this record. But then again, there are a bunch of a lot of the songs on this record kind of feel like I don't know. I don't like them as much as I think I do, but it's not his worst work. It's not his best work. Top 3 songs gotta be Professional, The Town, and Wanderlust. W. I also own this on vinyl. The vinyl for this, super sick. Here's a video of some random guy unboxing it. I'm gonna put it high B tier, but I don't think it's better than Echo. I think it's definitely better than Thursday. Next up, we got Beauty Behind the Madness. Beauty Behind the Madness is the first album that I ever listened to by The Weeknd, and it was one of like the first like albums that I bought on iTunes when I started buying my own iTunes gift cards. First, I bought In the Night and Can't Feel My Face, and then I bought the whole album. Yeah, this is the album that I started listening to The Weeknd for when I was 12. I was 12 when I started listening to The Weeknd. When I was at summer camp, they used to play his songs. They used to play Can't Feel My Face like during this lunchtime period that we have. Yeah, I thought it was really good back then because I wasn't really in tune with music as I am now. But as I've grown older, I think it's not as good. I think there are great songs on it, but I also think it's not his best work, but not his worst work. I feel like I've been saying that for each album. Top 3 songs, Tell Your Friends. That's my favorite song on this album, 100%. That's like, that's in my top 3 Weeknd songs. If you ever get a chance to walk alone around like New York City or Toronto or like any major city, put on headphones, listen to Tell Your Friends, and walk. Then it's probably Often and probably Real Life. I like Real Life. Real Life's an underrated song. I know it's the intro, but so we're gonna go with, hold on, I gotta think about this. Yeah, we're gonna go low A tier. We're not gonna go strong A tier. Next up we got Starboy. Starboy is way too long in my opinion. This is the longest Weeknd album and it's way too long, and I have trouble enjoying this record sometimes because I just keep skipping a bunch of songs. That's my main concern with it. There's a lot of songs, like if you shorten it down to like 12, 13 songs, then it's really good, but there's 18 songs on this album. But there are some incredibly good Weeknd songs on this album, and I think they are like actually prime Weeknd songs. Everyone knows about the 2 Daft Punk songs, and Die For You just gained its popularity finally. I know it's because of TikTok, because I was part of that trend. I saw it happen. But yes, that is fucking good. I've been listening to Die For You since 2016. I didn't understand why it wasn't a hit. Then it finally became a hit 4 years later. Craziness. Top 3 songs on this record. Oh my god. I'm looking at the track list right now. This is hard. Well, number 1's Die For You, Secrets, and then probably Sidewalks. Sidewalks is insane. A Lonely Night is such an underrated song. I don't know why people don't talk about it as much. You could say Starboy's your favorite song that's basic as hell. Okay, I'm going to put this low A tier. Like when it's good, it's great, but it's too long, and then the songs that I don't like kind of don't outweigh it enough to be higher. I do own the vinyl. I own the Target exclusive vinyl version of it, and it is a blue vinyl, the same color blue as The Weeknd in the regular cover. The deluxe cover is actually so much better than the regular cover, but who gives a shit what I think. Next up we got My Dear Melancholy, which is an EP that I think is insanely good. Every song on this EP is fucking amazing. Even the songs that don't get a lot of praise, like Hurt You, are great songs. This is like my late 2020 album. This is what I used to listen to. Super good, super underrated. Top 3 songs: Wasted Times, Try Me, and Call Out My Name. Alright, we gotta put this at A tier, high A tier. It's kind of this opposite thing of Starboy, where I just don't think it's enough for it to like have it like a full-fleshed, you know, concept. The next album is actually in my top 5 albums of all time. It is After Hours. After Hours is one of my favorite albums of all time. I have so many memories with it. When I started driving, I basically only listened to After Hours, Outkast, the discography, and MF Doom. That was the only things I listened to. When I was running, the only thing that I would listen to is After Hours. I would usually start it off at Too Late, and then I'd run the whole album, and I'd basically finish it off at After Hours, the song. And then I'd walk back to my house with Until I Bleed Out. I think it is super strong. I think every song on this record is super strong. This is a like high 90 record. I don't think it's perfect. I think it has its moments, but I also think it is his best work. Personally, going high S tier. Nah, I don't give a fuck what you say. Merch I got for this, I have a shirt that I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a collab shirt, and it's Heat, and I have it on vinyl. But I have the special edition vinyl with the splatter, and it looks super cool. I forgot to do the top 3 songs for this video, so let me do it real quick. First favorite song's gotta be In Your Eyes, Hardest to Love, and probably Save Your Tears. Wild. And then finally, for the Weeknd albums, we have Dawn FM. Dawn FM is, it has great songs, prime Weeknd songs, some of the actual best Weeknd songs on it, but it also has way too many filler tracks. Like, okay, so I'm looking at the track list right now. Basically, the first song, Skip. Sacrifice and Out of Time are insane. Those songs are hundreds in my top 10 Weeknd songs of all time. And like, you basically get all the way down this album, there's 3 songs that are hundreds on this, and everything else is like a 70. Less Than Zero, if Weeknd made a music video about Less Than Zero, it would top the charts still to today. I still have that belief. I don't know why he didn't make it a music video, but there's also a lot of skips. Best Friends is one of the worst Weeknd songs. So my top 3 songs on here are Out of Time, Sacrifice, and Less Than Zero. Yeah, we're gonna put this in high B tier. So yeah, that's my Weeknd tier list. If you guys wanna, make a tier list of your own for the Weeknd, I'll put the link in the description below. This is mine. I don't care what you think. This is just what I think about the Weeknd's projects. And yeah, I guess that's it. Drink water with lemonade packet today.